Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this makeup look, which is a casual daytime look with a bolder lip. And if you want to see videos in the future, leave a comment down below with recommendations on what I should do. And if you want to see how to get this look, please keep watching, like and subscribe. To start today's look, we're going to be going with primer. So I have two, and I have the Professional, the Matte Rescue one, and then the Hangover RX Primer. I'm going to be taking the Professional first. I'm going to be putting that on my T-zone where I get the most oily. And then we're going to go in with the Hangover RX and put it on the outskirts of the face. Okay, next we're going to be going in with foundation. I'm going with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD in the shade, I don't even know these shades, Y225 maybe? Yeah, sure. And then the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Total Coverage in the shade 302. So I'm going to take the Makeup Forever one on my hand. And then just a little bit of the Total Coverage to make it full coverage. And then I'm going to be going in with my foundation paddle brush. I'm going to be mixing this little concoction. And then I'm going to put it on my falls. Now I'm just putting it in my face. I look like a freaking marshmallow. I'm going to take my booty blender. I'll be melting it in. So I just did my eyebrows off of camera, and if you guys would like an in-depth tutorial on how to do them, leave it in the comments below. And now I'm going to be doing my concealer, so I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand, and I'm going to be an upside down triangle under my eyes to conceal those under eye bags. And then I'm going to do a little thing, a line, and then a circle. I'm going to be taking my booty blender again and bouncing it in. I'm also taking that concealer on my eyelids to prep them for my eye makeup. After that is all blended in, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to be baking my under eyes to set my concealer. So I'm going to be taking a lot of powder on my damp beauty blender and setting the places where I put concealer. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Warm Light. And I'm going to be using this Sephora all over powder brush, and I'm just going to be bouncing it into the skin. To wipe away my under eye powder, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring powder and Dulce de Leche. Looks like this, and I'm going to be taking this contour Sephora brush, and I'm going to be taking the yellow shade and just wiping away my bake. Also, I'm going to be highlighting the rest of my face. I'm going to be putting it in the center of my forehead, down the bridge of the nose, and on my chin. So everywhere where I put concealer. Next, I'm going to be contouring, and I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade & Light Contour Palette. And I'm going to be taking my Morphe M437 and mixing these two shades. So I'm going to be taking those powders on my brush, and I'm going to be tapping off the excess and contouring. And then to contour my forehead, I'm going to be using this Real Techniques 100 brush. It's from their gold collection, I think, maybe. I'm going to be using those same powders from the Kat Von D and tapping off the excess and contouring the forehead. I'm putting these on the little like indents in my hairline and then along the top of the head. To sharpen the edge of my contour, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier powder again in my beauty blender. I'm going to be taking the powder and running it below, just below my contour. Just like that. For blush, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette. It looks like this. And I'm going to be taking these two shades right here, the mauve tone and the peach tone. Cool. And I'm going to be taking them on my E4 from Morphe, and I'm going to be taking just a little bit, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to be starting at the apples of my cheek and blending backwards. And it's okay if you take a little bit of your baking powder off because it'll come off anyway. With the brush that we use to wipe off our bake, I'm also going to be wiping off the contour block. Again, we are going to be saving highlight for last. So I'm going to be moving on to my eyes now. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Master Palette by Mario, but I'm going to be zooming you guys in closer so you can see better. Okay, to set my concealer, even though we did set it with the powder, I'm going to be setting it with a cream eyeshadow. The white chocolate color from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. It's this color right here. Just a bone shade. I'm going to be taking that on my Morphe M521. And I'm going to be just setting that powder again. From lid to brow bone. To define the crease, I'm going to be using Isabelle from the Anastasia palette. It's like this burnt orange color right here. And I'm going to be taking just a little bit because these are very pigmented and powdery. Taking a little bit on this Morphe brush. I don't know the name of it, but I know it's from the Gunmetal collection. So I'm going to be taking just a little bit, tapping off the excess, and putting just that in my crease. To deepen up the crease a little bit more, I'm going to be taking Violetta. It's this chocolate shade on a M433. And I'll be taking just a little bit. Again, they're powdery and pigmented, so I'm going to be tapping a lot of the excess. And I'll be putting this just in the outer corner. And I'll be using patting motions to get the fullest pigment it can. Okay, to blend the dark shade I just put on, the Violetta, I'm going to be taking Isabelle again, and in the crease, just blending it. Okay, again with the cream shade from the Too Faced palette, I'm going to be taking the Sephora Pro Smoky eyeshadow brush, taking that white chocolate shade and just putting it on the lid. Okay, to add a little bit of glitter, I'm going to be taking this Liquid Moon Dust eyeshadow from Urban Decay in the shade Chemtrail. So it's like a nude color, I guess. And I'll be taking just a little bit like on the inner corner and then blending it out with my finger. I'm putting a little bit on the inner corner. And then taking my handy dandy finger and blending it out onto the lid. I'm going to use a little bit of draggy motions and then a little bit of patting motions to blend this baby out. To blend it out on like the outer corner, I'm going to be taking a little bit of the dark chocolate shade and just blending where like the two shadows meet. This shadow does crease because it is a liquid, so I do have to set it. So I'm going to be taking the shadow from the Too Faced, and I'll be using Champagne Truffles, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the Marzipan shade, which is this one right here. And I'll be taking it on a Morphe MB10. And I'll be taking just a little bit of Champagne Truffles and a little bit of Marzipan. Okay, so now that the eyeshadow is done, I'm going to be taking my matte liquid liner from NYX, and I'm going to be taking a thin line on my eyelid. So, my eyeliner was not cooperating today, so we're just going to move on. So I'm going to be applying some mascara to my lashes, the Benefit Roller Lash, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now that I have moved you guys back out, I'm going to be doing highlighter. And I'll be taking my Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I'm going to be setting my face before I apply my highlight, and I'm going to be using my Tarte Cosmetics Exposed. And then also I'm going to be going in with the Pixie London Luster Glowy Powder. It's very powdery. Don't really like that, but it's okay. And I'm going to apply just a little bit to the tops of my cheekbones. So I'm going to be taking my Revlon Dual Fiber Brush, and I'm just going to be blending it out. And then for lips, I'm going to be taking Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Gemini. So I'm going to be taking that and just applying it to the lips. I'm going to be using Candy K by Kylie Cosmetics, and I'm putting it just in the center because it's like a lighter shade. And then taking my finger to bounce it in. So this is the completed look. Thank you for watching. Bye!
I've actually blended today.